What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Saturday. We're here with some information on the practice squad elevations, but also a certain roster move for the Eagles that we have all been waiting for. You know, my guy, Sidney Brown. I've been sitting back patiently trying to get everyone ready for the storm that is coming toward the NFL. Let them keep sleeping on our Eagles, but they'll be on board soon enough, I do promise you. But let's jump into this bad boy here. Got a little bit of information. The Giants, one of those horribly run organizations where their social media team doesn't even know how to create graphics, get information out. So it's almost 6 o'clock here, and I don't have time to wait for them to get their act together and provide us their elevation information. But they don't have it, so I don't have it. So we'll get into the Eagles. We'll talk about what's going on with the Giants briefly, but yeah, appreciate you all taking the time, hitting that like button, sharing, subscribing, all the things you do to support the channel. Cannot thank you enough. But let's jump right into it with that information. Sidney Brown activated off of the PUP list, now back on the active roster. We talked about this would probably be the move with Mailata going to IR. So we had the open roster spot. Sidney, baby, is back in action, and I'm ready to see this defense continue to get better here. So fantastic. Now, let's get into the actual information here. Wanted to get that out of the way, but if you guys have any questions, any comments on this stuff, would love to hear from you. And I'll look at my phone here in a second and see if maybe the Giants came out with something, but don't have a graphic for it. But we do have one for the Eagles. So Jack Driscoll, exactly what we talked about yesterday. He gets elevated. Sidney Brown gets activated. I'm all about it, baby. So you got Driscoll, who provides you that depth. We know the injury to Mailata. Very unfortunate. So let's take a look at the updated depth chart with these guys on it, and you can see the people that will not be on it. Obviously, Mailata added to this list now, but you can see I got rid of that PUP list because Sidney Brown's back, baby. So the other guys, Anaya Smith and Alberto, they still have. Anaya Smith has like next week there, and then the next. So you've got 3 weeks for Alberto, 2 for Anaya Smith. So look. They'll be back eventually here, and I'm all about that. But let's look at what's going on here. The Eagles offense, we see that Dallas Goedert is out. So I thought maybe E.J. Jenkins or Azoma would be elevated here for this game. Apparently not. And Jenkins had one more elevation. So I don't know. But the rocking with Calcaterra Stoll, we'll pray to God that nobody gets hurt there. But Goddard is out for this game. Mailata out for at least the next 4 games. So Fred Johnson kicking in at left tackle. And we talked about him, you know, when I had him making the 53 right off the bat. This kid, I think a lot of people were sleeping on. And, you know, he's not just a kid. He's been a veteran, been around the way, played for the Bengals, some other teams. So I think that, you know, he's got some experience. He'll be able to step in here. He's not Jordan Mailata, but Johnson & Johnson, baby. Let's get it done. And then you can see Jack Driscoll there, you know, obviously backing him up, or however they want to do it. Maybe Darian Kennard goes there if something were to happen. Becton go to left tackle. Steen go to right guard. So you have options with these versatile pieces. And you can see everybody else, though, the weapons, running backs, quarterbacks, everybody's healthy here. So it's unfortunate Goddard and Mailata are out, but next man up. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we do have a couple questionables here in Darius Slay and Eli Ricks, but getting Brown back, that allows other people to play, you know, certain positions. Brown, he's a versatile depth piece. Same with Maddox. So, hell yeah. And look, I said it. If Slay's out, get Rodgers starting again, you know, in place of him, playing in place of him, not starting. But Ringo, you know, he's an option. I know people really like it. I'm excited for the future of these guys, and we'll hope that Rodgers continues to be used. We know he got banged up there at the end of the offseason, but starting to look like he's finally getting some usage. I'm all about it. Now, Byron Young, he'll be out. Now, I talked about it. I think he'll be gone. One of those pieces that could be let go to allow Anaya Smith or Albert O to come back. So we'll see what goes down there. But he's out for this game. And you can see Sidney Brown down there, baby, backing up Gardner Johnson and Blankenship. And look, he's just one of those pieces. You know, you remember when I talked about before the draft, why I wanted guys like Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, you know, and Quinyon's your future outside. Cooper DeJean is that Swiss Army knife, just like Sidney Brown. When I talked about the year before, why I wanted Sidney Brown in this draft. Now we actually have Vic Fangio, and I emphasized what Cooper DeJean would be able to do. And then you heard that defensive video. Go check it out where I show you all of the different ways, these guys can line up and all the different packages, things you can do with those versatile pieces. CJ Gardner-Johnson is one of those versatile pieces. So moving guys around, but it starts up front. Got to continue to get that pressure. So we all know that, but got to stay healthy. And, the special teams, everybody is healthy there. Obviously, Covey still a few weeks away from coming back, but Cooper DeJean hold it down. Rodgers getting some usage as a kick returner. Love it. But that's what's going on with the Eagles. Now, as I mentioned, the Giants, they apparently don't want to put out any information on their team. So I don't know who their elevations are. I heard some chatter that maybe Toman Fox, because of his special teams ability, could be elevated. I don't know. But let's take a look at their injury. Look, this is the IR for them. So, Andrew Thomas was just placed on IR. That is horrible news for them. But look, we just put our left tackle on IR as well. So it's unfortunate. Oh, my God. I just looked at my phone. It is literally Toman. Anyways, I don't. So that's who you saw, Toman Fox, on the front graphic of the show. Computer being all weird. I don't know what just happened there. But look, they finally got the information out right before 6 o'clock. But I guess you can imagine where he'll be, I'll tell you. But you can see the offense, Neighbors, Singletary, everybody's back there. So good to go there. And then on defense, at edge, this is where they're adding. And look, you've got questionable Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence there interior-wise. So if Burns is out, you'll want to use Toman Fox on defense, I guess. But you got Patrick Johnson there. Revenge game. Son of a – love that kid. But, look, stuff happens. You can see, though, Dane Belton is also questionable with those two. Adoree Jackson out for this game. And, if you missed the game status report, that was put out yesterday. Jamie Gillan is out as well, their punter, but they signed Matt Hack earlier in the week. So, look, we're all dealing with injuries. That's just the way it is. It's got their back, returning in Devin Singletary. So we'll see if Tyrone Tracy, maybe some return usage as well, because got to get the ball into the hands of that kid. He's very talented, and top matchups will be out later today. We'll be talking about all those pieces more in depth. Didn't want to give too much away there, but look, very excited to get Sidney Brown back. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Maybe you got a record prediction, whatever it may be. Love to hear from you guys, but that's all I've got for you this evening. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Doesn't have to be about the birds. Always here for you guys, as you are for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this bad boy, subscribe, and join the family. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, go Birds!